Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Logan over here at Big Mouth Announcing. Every now and then I get questions about gear and what people should use, and I don't mind sharing the information that I've learned, so I thought I'd just throw some of this into a video for you, and hopefully it helps you somewhere down the line. Today we're going to be talking about mixers, what mixers we use here at Big Mouth Announcing, reasons why we use them, and maybe a story or two along the way. I just did 3M half marathon 2 days ago, so my voice is still hasn't recovered. So excuse me if it doesn't sound as good as it possibly could. Yeah. So let's see what we've got going here. Okay. So these are the four mixers that we use. I have more, but this is kind of like level wise where how we work. We'll start with the smallest one down here. This is, I don't even know how to call it. It's a Xenia, I believe it is. I'll be honest with you, I got it for free. And when I got it, I was just like, you kidding me, right? It's a one channel mixer that doesn't do shit. Or excuse me, doesn't do squat. I was told I shouldn't swear. But I've come to learn that this little sucker is awesome. Actually, I have two of them now. I keep one in my van at all times in case something goes wrong with the mixer I'm using at the time. No matter how big the mixer is, this little thing can do the basics of what the other mixers can do, and it's great to have in a pinch. And when I say it's a one channel mixer, I can only use one microphone. So this is microphone, this is microphone. I can only use one or the other. I can't use both. But it's good enough so I can get at least one mic on. If you know anything about us at Big Mouth Announcing, we always have at least two microphones going. In case one goes bad, we can just pick up the other one and go with that. But with this, just use it for that. And then it has two music ports, so you need one. This would be like, what is that channel? Say this is channel 2, and that'd be channel 1. But it works out real well. And then of course you have your main in and outs. It does everything any of these can do, but on a much, much, much simpler basis. What I use it for is for very small setups that I don't have to be there for. So like a triathlon where they need music going, or even better, an awards ceremony. Award ceremony sometimes isn't at the same place where the start finish line is, so I need to have a little mixer there just to make it sound really nice. You can use the speakers that I use. You can just plug right into them with a microphone and it works, but it doesn't sound awesome. You plug one of these little bad boys into it and then you plug the microphone into this and it sounds awesome. So again, best investment I ever made because I got it for free. And again, I thought it was kind of funny when I got it, but now I'm not the one laughing. It is awesome. This next one, this is the very first mixer I ever bought. I bought it from an online music store. I didn't know how to use it when I got it, but I've learned throughout the years. It does the same thing that one does, but just on a grander scale. Instead of one microphone, it has three microphones that you can plug into it. Of course, the main in and outs. I loan this out or rent it out every now and then, so I have little orange tape on places that are important. So if you plug a microphone into here, this is your volume for your microphone. If you plug in music to here, that's your volume for your music. This is the main volume. So you have to have this turned up for anything to work. And then up here, this little, he's done for doing so well. This is where you plug your speakers into. So I like it. Everybody in my crew knows how to work it. It actually does something really cool as well. If I have to use a wireless system, say, just whatever, I have to use a wireless system, I can do that with this, with the appropriate stuff that I already have, but I can just run it as an auxiliary. And if this is music, I can just turn that knob and it'll turn it up on the wireless setup that we use, which is awesome. This next one I have is just a bigger version of this. This is a Mackie Pro FX12. I absolutely love it. I had a Mackie FX10, but I was at an event one day and I was drinking a Coca-Cola out of a can. I took a big swig off of the Coca-Cola and there was a bee inside of it, and I spit the Coke all over the FX10, and it no longer works. I've cleaned it twice, and it no longer really functions all that well. It will work, but like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 0.5. So now what we do with that mixer is that we break it out for our 4th of July party, and we let the kids play with it, so it gives them something to do. They love the buttons and the knobs, and it's pretty cool. So, but this instead of 3 microphones on this one, I can put in 6, and that was the reason why I got it. I had an event that needed 5 different microphones, so I went and picked this up. I've been using it for about 5 years now. It's awesome. I put it in this big case, stays protected, does everything that one does, just more buttons and knobs. I can run wireless off of it. It has 2 different music players, or 2 different music levels that I use. Again, 6 different microphones. I can plug in a guitar or whatnot if someone wants to play some live acoustical music or whatnot. It works out really, really well. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a little, well, it's much bigger than that. It's a little clumsy and a little clunky, but you know, it still does great, and it's been hanging on for a real long time for me, which I love. This is my final mixer. I have 2 of these. We only used both of them at one time for one event, and that's the Austin Marathon. This is a QSC TouchMix 16. It's made by the same company that makes all my speakers, so it works. They blend very well together. You need just about an engineering degree to figure this whole thing out. It's meant for in-studio recording and live indoor music, not outdoor stuff, which is what I do. It's got a great memory, so you can run, you know, presets and memory off of it, but for what I do at Big Mouth Announcing, it doesn't do me any good. But what I love about it are 3 things. One, I can work a delay on it. So if we're doing, say, the Austin Marathon, and we're covering, you know, a quarter or an eighth of a mile of speakers, the further the speaker away, the bigger the delay. Well, I can modify the delay per speaker or per zone, because I do zones for the marathon, and I can modify it to where the delay will catch up the further the speakers are out, which is awesome. So we don't have a delay at the Austin Marathon. Knock on wood, though, I can figure it out again this year. The second thing I like, it has 16 inputs that I can run 13 to 14, actually 12. Yeah, 12, excuse me. 12 microphones. I can also run 4 more music, 4 more, you know, guitars or other things of that nature. For the marathon last year, Gary P. Nunn came in. He's the guy that sings London Homesick Blues. He's done Redneck Mother and so on and so forth. He's a great guy. He sang our national anthem. He just walked up, basically didn't even say a word to me, plugged right into that, and I was like, oh, hey, okay, he knows what he's doing. And we made it work, and it sounded awesome. Third thing I really like about this is on the back side. These are all auxiliaries, which don't run off of the main volume. They run off their own volume. So at the marathon, what I can do is I can run, which I do, I run zone 1 as auxiliary 1, zone 2 as auxiliary 2, zone 3, and so forth, so on and so forth. My zones are the delay. So zone 1 does not have a delay. Zone 2 has a little bit of a delay, so I can correct that. Zone 3 has a bigger delay, but I can correct that. And Zone 4 has the biggest delay, and I can correct that. And I can do that by using the auxiliaries. So guys and gals, that's our mixer review from Big Mouth Announcing. All these work really well. They all have their purpose. And everybody in my crew knows how to use it, so I'm comfortable, and when they're at events that they don't have too much of a problem. So there you go. BMA's weekly tech update, or monthly, or whatever. We'll get it out to you as soon as we can. Like us on Facebook, or follow us on the Instagrams or the Twitters at Big Mouth Logan or at Big Mouth Announcing. Thanks, guys. We appreciate everything you guys do, and you keep us coming back out every week. So keep on telling race directors that you love what we do, so they pay us, and so I can keep on doing stuff like this. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.